Hey, hi everyone.
Hi
It's
guys.
Uforo. Jola is doing some weird hand gestures to me, so I'm a bit confused. So yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. How are you guys? Welcome to another episode, a brand new episode of Anime and Opposites. I'm your humble
Yep.
host, Uforo, with my gracious host, Jola, and we are
Hello,
here
hello,
to
hello, hello, hello.
Yes, yes, yes. I wanted to deliver another wonderful episode to you. I hope you enjoyed the new suit that came out. That's new suit 2. I hope you're loving our split segments or split episodes, getting you to focus on the news and as well focus on the content. Let's not get you bogged down. You might get hyped in the news, Sue, and then you get to the content and you're like, meh. Or you might get hyped in the content and you're like, this news is
I'm
too
like,
long.
meh.
So now
Yeah,
you get the best
you
of
can
both.
pick and choose.
You can pick and choose, but we don't
Yep.
we don't subscribe to picking and choosing. Listen to everything. That's what we say. Every single thing.
Yes.
Everything matters. Or as Tesco likes to call it, every little counts. So yes. No,
Every little
you know
counts.
the
Not
Tesco.
every little helps.
Is it helps?
I think it helps. So
I
every
think it
little
helps.
helps.
I think you're right. Like, we'll frosty either way, whether it's counts or it's helped. One of them is wrong,
Uh,
and one of them is right.
what's the one for us there? Because I'm
Buy,
now also
buy
thinking.
big, spend everything.
Uh, you just came up with that randomly, didn't you? Fam. Anyway.
Uh, Let me see. How's
anyway,
that
anyway.
slogan?
I can't.
Save money, live better. You see, I was close. Buy big, save everything. It was
You
close.
weren't any close. You were not close, girl.
Anyways, guys,
Anywho.
welcome. Still feels very weird to not dive into like the headlines and have this just in play. That we're always, it's like we're talking of nothing because we're meant to be going into the
Hmm.
headlines, and then
Right,
there's
right.
that pregnant pause of no, well, I'm not allowing it to happen, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's all good. Hmm.
why we're
What are
here?
we talking about?
We're
Yes.
here for the Suicide Squad movie that just came out. I've finally seen it.
It took
Finally
him
saw
like
it.
2 years. So
Like
I'm like,
a
huh? What
billion
was that
years.
movie?
I'm like,
What happened
yeah,
again? What?
you know.
And he's just like, oh my god, have
No,
you
no, no,
seen
no,
it?
no,
We're
no, no, no,
like,
no, 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 no.
dude, we saw
I'm not,
this
no,
thing
no, no, no.
like
I'm
two
not
years
like, oh
ago.
my god, don't preempt. Oh my
Um,
god, and then I now come in
and
and
I'm
I now come in with
just
a horrible gist, and I'm like, oh, the movie was crap.
well, I doubt you say it's crap, but I'm not. Yeah, I was just trying to make a point. So, but yes, okay, go on
Okay,
then.
so as we like to do it over here at the A and O, Anime and Opposites, we
Hmm.
do enjoy reviewing movies after they're done, and this is a review segment. So, we've seen the Suicide Squad, and I think we normally give reviews to Marvel movies as well as DC movies, and we all know the battle between Marvel and DC. Maybe they're not actually having a battle in real life. It's just us
It's
fans creating a
fans that
battle for them. It's just
yeah,
like how
yeah,
they
yeah,
have
yeah,
Davido versus Whiskey and Burna Boy, and sometimes they don't even care. I mean, I know sometimes they
I
do
mean,
rope them into it at the end of the day, but sometimes maybe they don't care. And for those
yeah.
that don't know Davido, Burna Boy, if you don't know Davido, Burna Boy, and Whiskey all over the world, I don't understand you. But if you
I'm
don't
not
know
sure they
them,
have to know. Uh-huh.
I'm just saying that they are world known at the moment. It's no longer, oh, it's just a Nigerian
Oh yeah,
artist.
sure.
Yeah, that's
No,
what
no,
I'm
no.
trying to
Yeah,
say.
sure.
So that's what but I'm saying, but just as a disclaimer, that I guess you can say they're the top three popular artists right now in new age in Nigeria at the moment, and they are widely known as well because they have a lot of international acts. So
They're
yeah,
internationally known.
yes, internationally known. So moving into Suicide Squad, what's your initial rating? Let's start from there, out of 10, and then please rate the previous Suicide Squad as well, out of 10.
I still haven't seen the previous Suicide Squad,
Oh
so
my
I can't rate
God,
that
why are
for
we
you.
talking?
I'll leave. What do you mean? Why are we talking? Why do I need to
No,
see the crap?
No,
No. Don't even
oh,
give me that, man. No. Don't even give me that. I don't have to see it. If it was solid now, you can say, why haven't you seen it? But I don't have to see it. I will see it someday, perhaps. But I don't need to see it. Please. So I should see it so I can want to wash my eyes out.
no,
Sorry, guys.
I just felt like you should see it
And I will
because
see it. But I
no.
have
I'm
not
trying
seen
to
it
say it's
yet.
just like me telling you go and watch Snyder's Cut. I'm just saying you should see it because
Snyder's
you
Cut is
have
better.
no. I'm just trying to say you should see it because you should have something to compare it against.
And that's why I
That's
have
all.
you.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not good.
That's why I
Okay,
have you, man.
I'll allow
Later
that.
on, when I watch it,
I'll allow
then
that in
we
the.
can I can compare it in my head. But for
I'll
now,
allow
I
that.
got you.
I'll allow
I
that in the
got
court
you,
of
man.
law. So let's just dive in. Um, so for me, obviously, I rate when I watched that previous Suicide Squad. Maybe I would have rated it like a 6/10 at that time.
Okay.
But watching this one, I pushed that to like a 4/10, and now I would rate this as a 6.5/10.
Oh, that's lower than I would
That's
have
the
thought.
yeah. It's not. It's
No.
maybe
I would
maybe
give it
and
more of a
7.
between seven. Let me say 7.5. Yeah.
If I
Let me say like
I'm
seven point
being
five
harsh,
because I enjoyed it.
I'm being overly critically harsh
I
to
and
give it a
that's because
six over and a half. Oh.
I'm close to eight self
No, I'm being
actually.
overly critically harsh to give it a 6/5. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the movie, and I'm being very very harsh. And when I'm saying 6/5, six point
Actually,
five,
scratch
sorry.
it. I'll go with eight.
But the
Go
reason
on.
why I'm saying 6.5 is because I'm comparing it with everything that's Marvel and the rest and all of it. But
Why?
if no, just
I'm just
that's
asking. Why are
no,
you
because when like again, that's why I started with the normal war of Marvel and
between that
DC.
and that?
So I'm
Okay.
comparing across the board, like
But even in
across the board.
comparing,
But
okay, go on, go.
if I go back and I say, but then if I'm being normal, like I'm coming to watch this movie, which I
Or
did
if you are
enjoy,
thinking about it in terms of only DC,
DC
which is how I was thinking about.
7.5 solid.
If it's DC alone, then it's yeah, more like
7.5
eight.
solid. Solid
Yeah.
7.5. Now,
Yeah.
I think I enjoyed the. You know what? I enjoyed how unserious the movie was. That's one thing
Absolutely.
I absolutely love. I know that Suicide Squad should be normally unserious, but I think that the unseriousness in this particular one was really shown through. Like it was shown, like and it even was more shown with Idris Elba because I felt
You
Idris
can
Elba would be serious in the movie. Not from
yeah,
the trailer did not give me enough to say he
to
would
let you know that there was going to be like humor, that he was going
that
to be
he was going
this.
to be proper goofy. Like he was
Well,
top goofy. Like
goofy is not the word for it. I would
no.
say.
Goofy is the word I'm using because I'm trying to let you know how different he was from a serious Idris. So and he has done things like this, like goofiness in the past. So this is not something like, and I'm using goofy because I'm trying to use that word of like it's just funny, not funny, but more like a you just bumble into things. You're not taking things that deep. You're just doing it as
Yeah, but when you
that.
use goofy, that is very. You know that comedian that has kind of like big ears and always Mr. Bean is goofy. That's not who I was thinking about, but Mr. Bean is goofy.
Then yeah, it's goofy acting. Then if that's the case, like it's acting to give, like it's not far off. Honestly, if you're saying Mr. B is
Okay,
goofy,
yeah, me and I don't see that
no,
similarly there.
I see, I saw that because what I'm trying to say is that even, oh, before I get that, even the little competition he had with John Cena, like
Yeah.
I enjoyed that a lot. Like
So did I.
that was
And
so
with
good.
them going, what was that line John Cena dropped? When it is cool as fuck or something. When it, was it the gun thing or
He said, no. He
something?
said, why did you have to do this? He said, why did you have to do like? He said, because it's cool as fuck. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
and he
it.
stretched it
Like,
out
like,
cool as fuck.
and then, someone like,
The guy was not like,
it's
damn, he's
damn,
right.
he's right. That's what I mean by that. And maybe goofy is the wrong word, but those little things is what I
Yeah.
meant by unserious. Because when I saw this character, I thought, this guy is going to be a little bit
Serious.
serious. But then
Yeah.
I think as they played it, he was just. You know what? I take back my six because thinking maybe I came in here a little bit harsh. I take back my 6/5, 6.5. Sorry,
You said 7.5.
7 point. No, I take it back from the beginning of what I said initially because I'm just replaying a lot of
Yeah,
things in the movie.
wavering. We
And
can't even trust you.
no, 7.5 is good. 7.5 is good. 7.5 is good. Sorry, guys. 7.5 is actually
You're
good.
wavering, man.
No. Because do you know what? The more I talk about it, I remember the lot of things that I enjoyed.
And it's
now-
fresher in your mind than in mine. Oh, look at
Yes.
you. Look
No,
at you.
because I think
Look
maybe
at
what
you.
I did not like, and which was the last thing I saw, was the
Yes.
starfish. I did not like that.
Oh
particular-
yeah. I
I
mean,
think-
how were you going to make that great? You can only make that about as much as the way it looked. Really, it can't be more than that. And since
Yeah.
the movie has been laughing at itself as well, there's been a lot of humor and playfulness. Then that is not such a stretch.
I
if
know,
that
and
makes
I
sense.
think it's the
So if it
star-
was serious and you now threw the starfish, then you'd be like, oh,
No,
what?
I think it's the starfish and how the starfish died. So
Mm.
the starfish was one thing, like of
Then the rat
weirdness.
eating and then the
Then
spear.
the
in
rat
the eye.
and the spear in the eye. So that whole part was what undid the movie for me, and maybe
Fair
that's
enough.
why I came in here with a
With
6.5.
thinking that, oh yeah, then remember all the other
So
stuff.
it
that
is.
we
That's
talked
what I'm
about.
trying to say. So it's now as I'm going back before that part that I am now
Okay.
like, oh, I remember enjoying all these parts.
How did you even forget?
No, I didn't
In the
forget,
first place.
but it's just that no, I didn't forget. But
That's
you know
what stayed in your head for
That's
you.
yes.
Okay,
that
I think-
stayed. That stayed.
Who,
like,
who
that
did you
stayed
watch
in-
it with?
I watched it with like.
Or did you watch it by yourself?
No, I watched it with 3 other people. So, but they were not the best
Okay.
people to watch this.
Okay, that's another thing I was gonna
So
say.
that didn't help.
When I watched it with a bunch of friends, and we had a good old time watching it.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
think you know when it comes to movies,
And
like
because
this,
you know the way it is too, we were hyping at all the things that were
yeah,
happening
that's
and
what I said.
the
You know when it
lines and all that.
when it
Yeah.
comes to movies like this, like any Marvel movie, any of these DC movies, it's best to watch it with someone that has the similar headspace as you, because when you watch it with them, you guys go off each other's hype, and it can take the movie to greater heights than
Yeah,
where
sure.
it would
Absolutely.
normally sit. And I think that's what I missed.
Yeah.
So I was inside the movie, I was enjoying it, but then obviously, like I said, the end
You
stayed
didn't
with
have
me.
that additional.
So I didn't have the additional hype, but the end stayed with me, and maybe that's why I came in. So now remembering, because I'm just remembering, I think one of the best things, apart from, I think John
Yeah.
Cena killed it. I was really, really happy.
He did
with.
good.
Oh,
He did
he
good.
did so
Because-
good.
Okay, I know we're all over the place, but that's fine. We're
That's
just
fine,
unscripted
yeah.
with this. To be honest, we didn't script how we wanted to talk about this. But you are saying one of the best parts also has to do with John Cena for me.
Yeah.
And let's see if it's just gonna be. It's that fight scene with I can't remember his name now. The
RoboCop.
guy who RoboCop.
He acted RoboCop.
Oh,
The guy he
did
killed. At the
Yes.
end, the guy he killed, the good guy that
Yes,
he
the
killed.
major guy, whatever his
Yeah,
name is. Yes.
RoboCop.
So the fight with he wasn't RoboCop though. He's not the actor that was RoboCop.
He was.
Oh, you mean recent? I'm thinking of old RoboCop. You're thinking
No,
of reboot
recent
RoboCop.
Reboot RoboCop, yeah.
Oh, I don't
RoboCop.
remember who was
Also
there. Sorry.
was the
Okay,
actor
okay.
that was inside that TV show of that you reincarnate. That is also an
TV
animation.
show where you reincarnate.
Yeah, and I think Anthony Mackie was the second, was part 2 of that one.
TV show where you reincarnate.
Oh yeah, that you come in as a different person. I mean, not reincarnate per se, but what's the name? I can't remember.
Okay, don't
It's
worry
30
about it.
Don't
Don't
worry.
worry.
I'll remember, Sha.
You remember along the way, or
Yeah,
you
go
Google?
on,
Yeah.
no.
Well,
In
what
that
I was
way,
trying to
I'm
say is
remembering.
the fight between him and John Cena, where they now show them their reflection in the helmet. I think that was
Yeah.
we hyped about that. It was a cool way to shoot that because you're seeing them fighting in the reflection and as it's surrounding, and because it was that kind of fight where they were just slugging each other. It wasn't pulling punches. They were just going at it until the guy finally, locks it in, you know. But yeah, that was a really good, that was a really really good
It was
fight.
a really good scene. I think John Cena is my star character, funny enough, in that whole thing. Because why I say he's my star I mean, actually, him, what's her name? Margot Robbie, whatever her name is, and Idris
Margot
Elba.
Robbie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Three of them, obviously, they pulled it out of the heart. Like, I think I enjoyed her escaping prison and killing all those people with a swear. Like,
You know
that
she
was.
really did that thing, right? Did you hear that? I
I
wanted to
didn't know.
say it's like since, but because you hadn't watched it, she's the one who did that stunt where she uses her leg. She goes up, uses her leg to twist the key. She did that shit.
Madness.
They were saying it's only in the
Absolute
angle of trying to make sure
madness.
you see her do it, that you can't see her face well, but it was her. Like
Absolute
how crazy!
madness. You
One
know
shot,
what?
man.
One
One
second.
shot.
1 second. Absolute madness. Seriously.
Yeah, yeah,
That is
yeah,
because
yeah.
when I saw that, I think the people I was watching with, we went and said, that's insane. Like, and I just thought that's insane as per an insane stunt. I didn't,
An insane stunt.
and she did it
And
herself.
she did that. Yeah, she
Madness.
did it.
Sorry, the name of
She
that
did
TV show
that
is
thing,
Altered
man.
Carbon. Remember Altered Carbon?
Oh yeah. Oh, the sleeves. Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
was. He
yeah,
was the guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, and I was right. Anthony Mackie was part two. So yeah, I just remembered
Yes, part two.
that I
Okay,
hated.
got you, got
Anyways,
you,
but
got you.
yeah. So I was saying.
Yeah.
So it was. So again, I think she. I did. I still enjoyed the flowers. I think they brought the flowers back from the other one, the other her own main movie, Birds of Prey. I
Like
think
when
they.
she sees things.
Yeah, I think the
Like
flowers were
yeah.
like, but I enjoyed the kid. I mean, I enjoyed her that moment where she was killing. I think she was the funny character that she was supposed to be. We bringing every stupid, senseless input into things, and you're like,
Okay. I'm going to rain on your parade a little bit. Now I enjoyed her bits in there too. Because she just comes with something random.
yeah,
And because again the movie is random, it made it easier. So I was like, oh okay. She just comes in there, does some random crazy shit, and then moves on. Now, listening to Niger's geeking out,
yeah,
they were
abuse her.
talking about it. No, no, not abuse, but they were saying her being there seemed out of place. Like, what did she really do? It seemed like they put her there and tried to give her something to do, so she was there. And part of this is because apparently she wasn't supposed to be in the movie, but they told them she has to be there, and so they put her in there. So if you think about, they could have removed her, and it would have been fine as
I'm not
well.
trying to say they couldn't have removed her.
No, no, no. I'm just trying to say
No, no,
that
no,
it
no.
made me
I'm
think.
trying to.
Oh, I see what you mean.
No, I'm not.
Actually,
I'm not
like,
trying to. But can I ask? Can I say? Can I add something to what they said?
mm, mm.
If you knew, like now you know that she was
Hmm.
not supposed to be there, like they forced her in.
Well, not in the
Does not.
initial, yeah.
Yeah. Does that not inform you to make her look more out of place than she did? Like, do you get what I'm trying
Yeah,
to
that's
say?
what
Like,
I'm saying. Is after I heard it, I was thinking, oh, I see
do you
what you
get?
mean.
So what?
Before that, I was fine, and you know me, I hadn't seen her own movie Birds of Prey,
Yeah.
and I haven't
Well, and
seen,
I've
yeah.
seen it, and I don't. Sorry to
So
say, like, I don't. I mean, I feel maybe they felt that way, but I feel like Nigeria Geeking Out, them lot on that show, they know more, and maybe they knew
about the stuff show.
already that she was not supposed to be there due to research and the rest. So
And
going
that
into
makes you
that
already
move,
look
that's what
at
I'm
it.
trying to
Yeah,
say. So going into
yeah,
that
yeah.
move
That's
informs
part
that
of it
because
too. Sure.
when all the things that she has done as that
Mm,
character, yeah,
mm. Harley Quinn
Harley Quinn has always seemed
been
out of
random.
place.
Yeah, because she's crazy.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, even in the
Which is
one,
why you can even still go with it,
do you, that's what I'm
because
trying to say. Even in the
by
Suicide
virtue
Squad, the
of her
initial
character.
one,
Yeah.
out of place. Even in Birds of Prey, that is her main movie, out of place. And then in
Yeah.
this one, like her character is like you have white and black in
Mm,
a room. Everything is white and then a splash of color. It's
yeah.
no matter what you think, that splash of color would always be out of place. But it depends on how you now
Absolutely.
go into looking into that room, and then you go into the room, you now say, "Oh, this is a design." So then no
Mm.
longer is out is it does it look out of place. It now looks like, oh, it's a design, maybe it's a mood, it's the way the artist wanted it. So I think
Mm.
that is Harley Quinn in all of it that it has been. It's never been a situation that she's forced in. It's more like her character is naturally out of place. So it's just
Yeah.
how well it goes. And I didn't
Yeah.
feel that, I don't feel that way. Even now, you telling me, just because of how I've
Mm.
always felt about her, I still don't see her as out of place. Like I felt the whole move, the whole thing, the whole randomness is
Work
just
together.
it's just what she is, nothing else.
Yeah, sure. I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
I okay,
I
I
would.
think okay, go on. Sorry, before you, are you still
No, no,
talking
no.
about Harley
Go
Quinn?
on.
Or you want to
No.
move on to okay? So I was going to say, going back to John Cena, like I think before I go to Idris, going back to John Cena, I think what always got me was his method of killing. The guy did hardly use guns to kill. It was the using that small axe to just kill people all the time. Then there's one time that guy that was lying down, he just went.
He did use when they were doing the competition. That was using the guns, was it not?
No, he used guns, but he was always he used that axe to throw.
He
To
also
somebody.
used his.
No, I'm just
Is he
trying
an
to
axe?
or something. I don't even know what it is, but it's I can't remember. But I'm just trying to say like
I think it's
the
like a
whole-
Swiss army knife type of thing. Or I don't. I'm not sure. Anyway,
I'm
go on.
not
go
sure,
on.
but I know that he had one. There's an axe kind of thing he had like that.
Okay.
He was using like a short, small axe or something like that that he just
Okay.
used to kill, and it was even crazy that. Is that killing that person was lying and he just went cha 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 cha.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
The person
and
was already wounded, and he just
dead.
like
And he's
brutal stuff, man.
And he's looking to the side of and looking at Idris as if he's normal. And I'm like, dude, you're
Yeah.
twisted. You are.
But then they are not good guys, right?
No, they are not good guys. But I'm trying to
They
say.
are not good
No,
guys.
but his own twistedness is a bit weird because it's like, I am. But first of all, before I get to his twistedness, I'm just trying to say it's interesting because immediately they introduced him, and Idris came, and then what's her name? She spoke to him and she said, "Oh," and they told Idris' story. They said, "Oh, your father brought him up as a blah blah blah," and next thing they now brought in John Cena, and they said exactly the same story, and then it's like you're joking, right?
Yeah,
then-
like oh, you are special. This they now brought someone that was just, and it's like
Literally
what?
with the
It's
same
just
story,
like
his
him.
father brought him up in this way, did the same thing, and I'm like, in my head, in that moment, I smelled something was wrong. That moment, I was like, there's a betrayal somewhere. Something is wrong somewhere.
It is Amanda Wallace, right? She's always an untrustworthy person, basically.
And
But
people were particularly happy that I know we are still all over the place, but people were particularly happy that that rat creature did not feature in that movie throughout. It was so disgusting. I would
it
say.
was look, my friend. The moment the thing came on screen, she was like, "Ew, what is this? Please die!" When they now showed the thing later, she was like, "Why? Why is this thing alive?" But yeah, that was disgusting. Very
what was the
disgusting.
point? I think they just wanted to kill it off. Maybe that's why they brought it in the first
But it didn't die.
mission. It didn't now still die.
They brought
again,
it back
and
now.
And in the end, it's now.
And the way the thing walks
It's
too,
not
it's like,
roasting
what the hell is this?
It's one absolutely messed up, disgusting.
Ugh.
Like when the thing
This
died,
girl-
everyone beside me was like,
I mean, it was funny. The fact that they didn't think, oh, this thing can't swim, and it's like, oh,
yeah,
and it's like, okay.
yeah. I mean, when the
Yeah,
thing died,
but-
everyone beside me was like, "Oh, thank God, we can now enjoy this movie," because
Yeah.
it was like this thing is just in our face and it's just nasty. It looks like it stinks.
Nasty.
It looks like
Yes.
it looks
Yeah.
dirty. It looks downright
Looks-
dirty. I mean, it was dirty, but it looks extra dirty. And then, so going back again, like I said, I'm all over the place. Going back again into John Cena, so I like the whole thing. Then I think Idris' character was the guns.
Wait,
I
don't go
couldn't-
yet. Wait. Before you go to Idris, because I have, what you are saying, yes. Before you enter Idris, let me just say one more thing that I liked. Because you mentioned the rats, I remember this. I think it was a cool thing they did with the writing. Like whenever they want to say operation something,
Oh
it might
yes,
be in like
yes,
fire,
yes,
or they
yes.
used one with like leftover
Yeah,
metallic stuff
that
to
was
write. It was always cool. They always did that, and
that
that
was
was a nice
definitely cool. That
artistic
was, yeah,
kind
definitely
of
cool.
stuff.
I mean, I could
Yeah.
you could see James Gunn's hand in the whole movie. Like you could see
I mean, the whole banter with the whole group is very like what's the movie I was talking about? Guardians,
of
that
the
kind of
galaxy. Yeah, 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 yeah.
feel kind of
Yeah,
thing, right?
you could just
So
see that it was him that did the movie. Like, as I grow older and I watch movies more and more, you can start to tell a director. You can actually tell, especially if you watch a lot of
I'm
their
not sure it's
movies.
just now though.
No, 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 no. I don't think it's
Oh,
just
you
now.
mean you are just it's just you're seeing it more and more is what you mean,
Yes,
sorry.
like I'm trying to say, like
Okay.
as I grow older, as I said, I didn't say because maybe when 10, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, if I watched a movie, I don't know. Like I would know the person directed it at some point, but it's either the movie is good or bad. Like it stays there. You don't
Mm-hmm.
see signatures. But now I'm trying to say the
Okay.
more I watch movies these days, the more I start to
You
tell
see the signatures.
you can it's like reading a book. It's like reading someone's book and you say, is this guy like the book we both like Robert Crow? Is it Russell Crowe or Robert Crow? That we Crow what's his name?
Robert J.
Crane.
Crane.
I keep
I'm like
giving
Russell
Crow.
Crowe.
I'm
Are you
keep
trying to say Russell Crowe?
no, Robert J. Crane, the books because myself and Jola enjoy his books and the way he writes. So no, I enjoy one of his books, you enjoy another of his books. So don't laugh in
Yes,
that
we didn't
smack.
merge. He started enjoying the one I enjoy, and then he tossed it like away like
It
garbage.
doesn't
I'm like,
matter. I
fam,
still enjoy his writing
whatever,
style. I'm
man.
trying because either ways in both books it's the same writing style.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just saying that you obviously we can tell if you gave me any of his books to read and you didn't tell me you ripped out the cover, I would be able to tell at some point reading into the
Yeah,
book that it's this guy. So I'm trying to say like that's how movies are starting to more than starting to now I'm like I'm just going to any movie and I'm like is this it's definitely this person that directed
you
this
feel the
movie.
vibes.
And even if someone else is named on it, like even if he's named on it and I watch it, I'll say, did this guy actually direct it or he just produced it? Because you will not be able to tell that he didn't really. This is not the way he does things.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm just saying that it's interesting how we can tell that, but that was just a
yeah,
segue.
yeah.
Yeah, so going back, I was saying
You were
that
gonna go
Idris
to
Elba's
Idris. Yeah.
guns. Oh my
Oh no, yeah,
god.
that was and the
That was the highlight.
coolest point was when he brought out that final gun, right?
When
The
he
one
added
that he
this
just
one,
brought out,
added this
and
one,
he was just
added this one,
adding,
added,
until he
added.
just fired the last thing. As
Oh
in,
my.
even as it was literally leading up to that last gun because before he had been bringing it from here. He would shoot, bring another weapon from here, do this, another from
It's
here,
like
from
the
here
guy
until the
never,
guy had
the guy never ran until that end when he absolutely ran out
yeah
of weapons. He
ran out
never
of
ran
weapons.
out of weapons. It was just like, I'll just see arrow. I'm
Very
like, where the hell
cool
does arrow come
suits.
from? Next thing I see this one out. I said, where the hell is this coming from? Like
Yeah, yeah,
I was,
yeah.
you know what? And I love the simplicity of a lot of their suits. I think I really enjoyed how even his face
No,
was
his
different.
outfit is the
His
coolest,
outfit was
and
cool.
with the
face,
helmet
the
and
helmet that
everything.
was even looking like someone that is really angry or an alien or something. It looked like Venom,
Yes,
but
yes,
in a
yes.
different kind of way. Like it looked,
I get what you
it
mean
was,
with the
it
Venom
was,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was so cool. And you know
Very
what?
cool.
The movie was actually like that's. I thank God I retracted what I said about the rating because when you think about it, I've not mentioned that starfish type, so you can see that I've
Well,
avoided
let's.
that. And I'm
Well,
enjoying.
one thing I'll say about Idris though is when that stuff happened and when when he fell and he landed, bam,
Like action movie landing.
like action. Except he didn't go on his knees. He just
Eh,
we were all like, hey, you fell from there. Everything is okay. Your legs, nothing. Like, he now started falling. Bam. platform, like a platform thing, layer to layer
At least
to
they
layer.
used
But
the
that
platform.
first drop,
That first drop was wrong.
the,
But they
the
used
platform
the
one,
flower was
but
fine.
that first drop, he didn't even shake body small. We were like, woo, and then we were like, well, okay, it's a superhero movie, so we move.
And then they now brought him back to the initial bullet scoping of big bullet, small
Yeah,
bullet,
yeah,
and
yeah.
now
Big smaller bullets. He now had
yeah,
made his own even smaller than that bastard's own,
yeah, as you
and
said, yeah.
took him out, man.
It was good. I mean, it was good. It was a good movie, and the which was your worst character between the rat girl and the colorful? Forget the ones that died in the beginning.
The rat girl, I didn't mind her. To be
Or
honest.
who do you rank was the rat girl or the guy that vomits colors? The polka dot guy.
I actually liked the polka dots idea.
Again, who do you who is yours?
Between in what way? In the terms of the abilities, in terms of just the character,
In terms
in
of
what?
everything, because if we put Idris Margot and John Cena at the top, obviously we have to take that army guy as well and put him up there to a certain degree. So it's between those two.
Well, the weasel is last, but
No, Weasel is not even
no,
on this
you
list.
need to. What about the shark?
No.
What about you didn't mention Sylvester.
My shark. Oh no. I like the shark. The shark.
Num num.
The shark.
Num
No.
num.
The shark was you know what?
What was his name? Nanaway or something like
Nano,
that.
yeah,
Nanaway.
something like that. The shark was actually, and I thought the shark died, I was not happy. The next thing the guy
Yeah.
just continued, and you know what I liked about the shark? His bloody shots. Every time I just
Oh, okay. The shots.
I couldn't get
The
to like
shots.
even the way he pulls it up, like it just goes like it's just walking so long, just sluggish and everything. Like it's not moving so quick. It's just moving and
Yeah.
just eating people. Oh no,
Yeah.
again going now that you mentioned the shark, I absolutely enjoyed the whether you call it CGI, blah blah blah, or whatever they use, because that
For him.
shark looked great. It looked great. This is when me and you spoke about the whole Marvel DC thing a long time ago, and I said that Marvel DC characters don't have that human thing, and it's
Oh, okay,
always
okay.
like, and that's why I always dislike the way they end up looking, because I'm like, it looks this
Yeah.
thing, but
But
this
this
shark
one,
had it. It
yeah,
had
yeah,
the
yeah.
human
Done like
thing.
you way you look at Hulk, right? The
Yeah,
kind
thing
of
that
thing.
you will look at
I
it
get what
like
you mean.
you can relate in a different way. You can just feel like this is real. This exists. Not like it's just some non-existent being like that. And Marvel has always hit the nail
Yeah.
on the head with the existence of beings that make you feel you relate to them, because you feel like, okay,
Like, yeah,
somewhere
yeah.
out there that thing can appear. But in DC, some of them will just come and like,
Yeah.
it doesn't
I
exist.
get what you mean. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just toy.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Again, the shark character hits it out of the park. I really did enjoy him as well, and I think the way they played with it, the way that it was quiet, at some point, like he couldn't go into the party and he was sad, or some of those things. It was
Yeah.
actually very, very nice. Yeah, it was like, last but not least, or maybe but least at the moment, because we are getting to the end.
Yeah.
Melvin, why?
Milton, you mean?
Milton.
You didn't even get his name. Yeah, so you're doing a very Harley thing here.
Yeah.
Because they're saying, oh, Milton, and she's like, who the hell is Milton?
Do you know what? Before we get to Milton completely, or let me say something about every time Milton was running, and I think they did it up. Do you know what? James Gunn. They did it very well. Should I tell you why? Because I noticed Milton in the sense that before Milton, they talked about Milton that way. I was always like, why is Milton still here? I asked myself that question many times leading up.
He shouldn't have been in many places in there with them. Like, why?
Especially in that last place when they're going to go and blow things up. And I saw Milton.
Like,
at the
why
back
are you
running.
in there?
And I'm like, I thought Milton
Why?
came as a driver to carry
Yes.
them from one place to the other. then Milton went, and then at the end of the day, he still had to drive them again. So I understood Milton still driving them. But when they got to that part, I thought Milton would wait in the car or something
Yes.
or go.
Yes.
Next thing,
Yes.
I literally turned to my side and I asked my wife, I said, why is this guy still here? And she also looked at me and she said, I don't know why he's still here. We're like, why is this guy still here? Like, we're like, and the guy was really following them, like trying to hold gun and jump and running around with them.
Yeah.
And I'm
Like,
like,
man should not have been there at
and
all.
then when he now finally died, and then everybody was not like, he was still here, he was still here. I was like, I
Yeah.
get why they made you, because they made him, they made it seem like he was an extra, but then they made you notice him.
He
So,
noticed him. Yeah.
so when you noticed him, you would keep not like, and I'm sure maybe everybody did. You ask yourself the question, why is this guy still here? Because they made some of his movements so big that you had to notice that he's there, and you're like, why is this guy still here? So when the thing now came back, and even Harley and even Idris is saying, why
He
is
was
this guy
still
still
here?
here? And who is that? He was here. Oh, Milton was still here. It now makes you just laugh because it's like, oh, they also feel the same way that we feel. It's not like they were actually carrying him along and we are the only ones that are wondering
Yeah.
why he's still here. So
Yeah.
it was funny, and he died, but yeah, he shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have been.
Yeah. But you were sorry. You were trying to ask me who is worse or who is better. That's hard to answer though. Between the Pope, I think it
the
it
rat
depends
girl,
on how I'm looking at it. If it's
mean-
in terms of Sorry,
I
what?
said, I mean, the rat girl did kill the starfish at the end of the day. So.
yeah, if it's in terms of powers, I'd rather control rats with something than to be vomiting and having bumps. That shit is not cool. So when he doesn't use it, he looks like he has boils, like a plague of boils. I'm not doing that.
It's
Nah.
nasty.
And to have and to be seeing your mother everywhere, that guy's unstable in many ways.
Unstable,
No,
but-
I'd rather be the
but-
rat
but-
girl.
Oh, his mother thing.
At
was
least she
also
has a
strange.
bond with her father and Taikiti Watiti, or what's
rat,
his name?
Yeah, Taika Waititi. And then, but that,
Taika Watiti.
yeah, and that, what was you Waititi or something like that. Anyways,
Something
and
like
that,
that.
something like that. But that rat thing was disgusting though. No matter how.
It was disgusting. All the rats in the city.
Oh
I like the
my
fact that
God.
when they found out that Idris had phobia for rats, and they're like, why don't we know this? The guy's
It's
like,
the same-
why would I'm an assassin? Why or whatever?
Why would I tell
tell you? I'm
I
afraid of rats. Are you kidding?
That's one of the things that I talked about, like that, because even his reaction to the rats and everything was kind of that. That's why
Yeah.
maybe the word is not goofy, but it was kind of that.
You,
same,
the word is definitely not goofy, but
but it's
yeah,
that
sure,
same
sure.
thing of that whole. But yeah. Again, it was a good movie.
Oh, the Suicide Squad was a good movie.
It was,
Well done, DC. Y'all did good. Try and keep doing good. You know?
keep doing good. Keep doing good. Keep doing good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I forgot that we have riders actually. So yeah, let's jump
Yeah.
onto the riders.
Yeah. And are you still? We're just gonna provide a regular rider, an anime
Yeah.
we like. You know. And
Let me go.
I don't
first.
think
Should
Uforo
I-
has.
I have-
You've thought of something.
I have.
Oh,
I'll give you not so
Finally.
not old, newish, but not so new, as in more
Ooh,
like 3
chicken.
years. More like 3 years ago or 4 years ago. So it's not new like that. No, 4 years is not cheating. It's on Netflix. It's Be the Beginning. I think you can.
oh, that.
that-
Oh, okay.
I-
You chose go on.
I like that one because it reminded me slightly of Arjun to a certain point. Not because it's the same. I just had the similar vibes from it. So yeah, I've not seen season 2 yet, unfortunately, but I enjoyed season 1. If it's split, I believe it's split and there's season 2. I might be wrong, but I enjoyed what I watched. So yeah, it's kind of like it has this. It's weird. So yeah, it's one of those weird ones.
Okay, I will pick something that kind of matches the vibe. Well, no, not quite, but as close as I can to match that vibe. Because I was going to use that to decide what I would go with, right? And I would say Cabineri of the Iron Fortress.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
a good
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah. That's actually a very good one.
Yep. Yeah, so that would be. I would leave the other one I wanted to pick for another time. But yeah, Carbonari is a good one. It has that kind of zombie-ish aspect
Yeah,
to it.
yeah,
Something
it
is
does.
affecting
It does.
people, and they're trying to keep their humanity, kind of thing. But I mean, they can't really part. So yeah, it's a good one. It's a
It
good
is.
one.
It is. By the way,
Mm-hmm.
no, by the ways. I just wanted to say that. Anyways,
Oh, whatever.
was
All right,
well, I just wanted
guys.
to give a, I just want to give a little bit of everybody's just like what's going on, but nothing. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
attention
thank you
seeker.
guys, thank you guys for listening. This is episode 32,
32,
and
y'all.
we're building. We're getting to 100, and right now
Mm-hmm.
it's about time for us to say peace, and we're out here.
Yes, thank you guys for listening. You know, do all you do. You guys know already.
Like,
You know,
subscribe, follow,
yeah,
hashtag,
yeah.
whatever. We're on Twitter,
Some
we're on
love.
Instagram, show love, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Arigato and
Gozaimasu!
oyasumi. That's
Yes.
good night.
Bye.
Ayasumi nasai.